So here we are with just on the table here at my office, the Dinosaurs Will Die Kwon, and we reviewed this already with a couple people on the hill, and it's some demos, and I loved it so much I wanted an extended demo of this to really spend some time on it and get to know this board and have a few other people ride it too. And this is the 159. I can't remember offhand if I rode the 156 or I rode the 159 at the On Snows, but it is a really fast, fun, pretty aggressive board. It's not so aggressive that there's a lot of consequences for aggressive actions that might not be on your A game. If you fall and, if you fall and hurt yourself, don't blame me. But if you're looking for something that has more of a cambery feel, but still has a little hybrid stuff going on at the tip and tail, this could be a really fun board for you. And it was probably right up there with some of our top all-mountain freestyle boards and aggressive all-mountain freestyle boards, and we had a really fun time on this. So I probably would have been happiest with the 156 because this waist is a little wide for me. I had the choice to grab the 156, and I grabbed the 159. I looked at the waist width specs on the site and mixed it up. I thought this had the narrow waist, but instead it was the 156. That would have been perfect. A little smaller, a little more, easier to throw around. But I still had really a lot of fun on this in almost every condition I rode it. I put I think about 4 or 5 days on this. Almost every day I put some time on this before I went to the other Dinosaur Will Die boards, just like perfect morning groomers, going out and just laying into really hard carves and just, put some tape on the nipples, on the nips, and just get out there and just, really just lay it out, scratch that nip. And it was a lot of fun. So it has, as you can see, a pretty decent camber between the feet. You can see there's a lot going on there. And then kind of at about the bindings, about the end of the inserts, it transitions into a little flat and then has a mellow rocker up. So it's, I believe it's a twin or directional twin. You can kind of see it feels like to me like it was the same either way riding switch or regular. It seems like the nose might be a little taller, like there might be a little more here in the nose than the tail. But, for the most part, riding regular switch felt really comfortable. It's centered, the stance was centered, I believe, or very close to it. And, real easy edge to edge for a 25.5 centimeter waist for me. The 25.1 just would have been like, but we really liked this board. A few other riders rode this as well. And it's just one of those boards that just, if you like to go fast, if you like, centered stance, if you like to ride switch a lot, and you're more of, an aggressive rider, but you want kind of a freestyle feel to things, then this is your board. This is a really fun board, and this is the kind of board I'd like to have in my quiver. They didn't really do anything special. They do nothing special with their edge hold. It's just an old traditional, I think, radial side cut or some kind of side cut going on there. Some kind of standard side cut, and the kind of side cut I've seen for years. But the edge hold is really good, and I think it's just, they make a good board, so they have good edges. I was out in some harder conditions, and it held an edge really well. So I could say it could hold in our hard conditions as long as you take care of your edges. It wasn't like some of the boards with a little extra something going on in the side cut when it got into really hard, hard to borderline icy situations, but it still held its edge and it didn't let go. It just didn't feel like you had that bottomless grip, or even, a little more comfortable grip. I'd say it's kind of just, definitely holds in ice. Definitely holds in hard snow, not ice, but it also, isn't just super comfortable. So, icy to powder. Not icy, hard to powder. would be the thing. Carving, just super fun. Speed, very competent and capable at higher speeds. And it was just one of those boards, if you just like to kind of hit the whole mountain, the most important things in your riding day are like making good turns, making carving turns, picking up a little speed, riding switch, maybe hitting the pipe, maybe hitting a kicker or two. This is kind of your board. It just, it would really allow you to turn the mountain into a, very aggressive park. And the Kwon is, just really fun board. So that's our take on the Kwon, and here it is on the table, as well as you'll probably see a review of it on the hill.